presentation is based on Case Study 7.4, presented by Edith Torres, Justin Saravia, and Regina Matthew. The Big Quality Care Center is an elderly facility where highly skilled nursing professionals work to provide quality care for the elderly. Nurses are concerned that the center may lose its quality nurses. Due to the increment complaints from staff of inaccurate and inconsistent ratings, we then made a decision to create and implement the Rater Error Training Program. This system uses both videos and training manuals to train supervisors and employees on errors that may occur during the performance management period. What is Error Training Program? This program contains videos and training manuals with scenarios for trainees to view and review of common errors, and also we discuss how and why to avoid them. Trainees also have the opportunity to suggest and provide feedback, creating a library for future review and for new hires. We call this program the Clappin Training Program. The videos and manuals we created with common errors occurred are Contrast Error Training, Leniency Error Training, Attribution Error Training, Primacy Error Training, and Negativity Error Training. We will attempt to minimize errors with possible strategies. Exposing these errors will assist both employees and supervisors to work together to complete the performance management period fair and successfully. Each supervisor will go through the training with their subordinates to understand the steps and actions expected of each individual.
Contrast errors occur when supervisors compare individuals with one another instead of against predetermined standards. For example, when supervisors rate an individual on an average performance, the rating may actually be higher than deserved if the other individual's rates by the same supervisor displays substandard performance level. The average performer may seem to be better in comparison to the others. So, for example, it can be simple rankings, meaning best to worst or highest to lowest performer in that department. Or it can be an alternate ranking list of employees crossing the best and worst employee. An example of contrast error would be when an employee may be a shining star, which would make all the employees seem average in comparison. Or an employee could be a constant performance problem, which can make all of the other employees seem like a superior performer in comparison.
Leniency errors. These 7 errors are factors. Also, supervisors may feel that these may be the best ways to confront situations, that change can be possible. Over time, it may not be. Employees may become supervisors and managers, causing more issues to a unit and to the organization. Continuing with leniency, these are very common problems in performance management systems. These are intentional errors desired to maximize the possible factors of leniency. Separate conversations should take place for performance and compensation so that employees may focus on their performance first. Developing plans during the performance meetings are positive. They are also needed so that employees are attentive and improve during the following period. Providing options and resources in developing plans to facilitate and acquire new or required skills, and setting clear goals for both behavioral and results-oriented.
All right, the next error is the attribution error. The attribution error takes place when a supervisor attributes poor performance to an employee's dispositional tendencies, meaning that what it is basically a big assumption of what happened as far as the error that takes place. So pretty much poor performance grades may be misleading. Recognition of possible misleading assumptions. Situational constraints, example given, obsolete equipment are present in environments. Basically, for example, somebody's making an assumption that they are either not talkative for a specific reason, even though the reason may be something else. So attribution error may be misleading because they are based off strong assumptions. And here is a video for our attribution error.
Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk a little bit about something that we call the fundamental attribution error. This has to do with the way that we make judgments, both about other people's behavior and even about our own behavior. common example used to demonstrate the attribution error is when someone flips a policy on a banana peel. You know the situation. Banana peel rests on the sidewalk, a pedestrian comes by, the rest is history. If you're watching this happen, you'll most likely think that this person is clumsy, clueless, or just bad at walking. What happened when you slip and fall? Almost likely, you will blame the banana peel itself, although carelessly left it there. In a similar but different situation, you may blame an uneven sidewalk. See, the fundamental attribution error is the tendency to overestimate dispositional or internal influences and underestimate situational factors when observing someone else's actions, doing the exact opposite when observing our own. This happens to all of us every day. Let's look at another example. Here's me, I'm trying to get to work, but my car won't start. I get out, I open the hood, I start looking for the problem. Of course, I make sure that I first check the battery. The battery seems to be working just fine. As I continue working, a neighbor walks by. She suggests kindly that I check the battery. I explain that I have, and it's not a problem. A few minutes later, another person comes by and offers the same advice. I've already tried that, so again, I explain that that's not the problem. This continues for a while. Several neighbors come by over the next half hour as I work on my car, each one offering the same advice: check the battery. This is getting frustrating to me. Finally, this kid comes by and asks if I check the battery. My frustration boils over and I shout at him, telling him that it's not the battery and I know how to fix my car, and I don't need him telling me what to do. He doesn't know that I've been trying to fix my car for 3 minutes, and he doesn't know that he's the seventh person to suggest that I check the battery. All he thinks is that I'm a jerk. But how about you try this? Let's watch this video, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and see what you think.
Well, as long as you're feeling good and you know the rules of the right line, you're ready to play the next one. Ready? Okay, then let's go.
Pretty stupid, right? Well, maybe. Let's rewind a little bit and learn a little bit more about Jesus' situation. Well, maybe he's not just a dunce, and maybe it's not so easy to judge. Think about it.
All right, so a little bit about that video. I'm not sure if it was heard. Basic example of a attribution error is the banana peel. A man slipping on a banana peel and blaming the banana instead of whoever put the banana peel there. Also, the car being fixed. The guy fixing his car had about 4 people come at him asking if it was the battery. Finally, the 5th person did the same thing. The guy fixing his car got mad at him, so now he thinks he's a jerk, but not he's probably not a jerk, but mainly because he was asked so many times, and then he saw what happened on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He got the first question wrong, but maybe not because he's dumb, but maybe due because he wasn't well rested and he did not get much sleep. So a couple other examples I have up here for attribution error is pretty simple. A waiter takes an order from a customer. However, once the waiter brings the food out, it's the wrong order, and the waiter is getting blamed for the bad service. However, taking into consideration, it was the cook who got the order wrong, so it's not the waiter's fault. Same thing with somebody extending their leg out, causing them to trip and fall. the other person thinks they did it on purpose. However, they could be stretching and be unaware of what happened. So assuming that that person is doing it on purpose and is rude, but it may not be the case. So attribution error is all about a strong assumption and not knowing all the facts based on exactly what happened.
Primacy error is a rater's tendency to allow the original or the first incident, either effective or ineffective, of the employee's behavior to carry too much weight in evaluation of performance over the entire rating period. The primacy error example would be, for example, some of the categories that affected would be an employee's attitude. We evaluate the person based on our first impression of them. So if we had a good first impression, you would view that person in a favorable light. Another category that would be affected would be a supervisor and their personality traits, and finding a commonality between your personality and this similar to the supervisors. Another one would be punctuality. For example, some supervisors may think that you giving an excuse of traffic control in the morning commute would be a reason to come to work late, whereas other supervisors would use that as a tactic to make an assumption that you're like an inefficient employee. This reminds us to keep an accurate record of performance throughout the year to refer back to during performance appraisal time, and it is very important.
All right, and the next error is negativity error. Negativity error occurs when raters place more weight on negative information than on positive and neutral information. What this means is somebody can have 3 or 4 good things that they've done on a evaluation or part of their job. However, if they mess up in a certain area, that one mistake will outweigh all the many positive mistakes that were made. A little bit about it. It covers all the areas when evaluating employees. It puts an emphasis on certain areas that may be more important than others, and people have a tendency to remember negative more than the positive. So customer service is a big key that a lot of companies have their focus on. So somebody can be good at sales, have great numbers and everything, but when it comes to customer service, if they make a mistake and cause a negative error, that one error will outweigh all the good things that salesman has done for the company. All right, and a negativity error example, sports related, can be used in baseball. For example, when a baseball player can go 3 for 3, meaning that in 3 at-bats you get 3 hits, which is very rare. So obviously that means that you're having a great night and people are remembering you. However, such as all sports, you can make one mistake that will cause you the game. So at the very end of the game, you go 3 for 3, but you make a mistake to lose the game. Everybody's going to remember you as losing the game. So that's what a negativity error can resemble. One negative will outweigh all the positives. And similar to my salesman example that I provided earlier, one mistake in customer service will outweigh all the good things you do as a salesman, such as your numbers, your sales, and everything that it comes with being a salesman. So those are the examples for a negativity error. So advantages of our program. As you heard, all the errors for our RET program, basically it covers all potential errors when evaluating employees. It ensures that the grades of employees are done fair and precise. Performance grades are accurate and avoid all potential errors during evaluation. There's a clear description on how to evaluate employees, and all areas of the evaluation require the same amount of focus. So pretty much the main goal, the main reason of this is very precise, fair, and accurate as far as when it comes to evaluating employees and making sure that all errors are being accounted for.